Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. This week, the ladies drone on about a Swollen Sherlock or something. Honestly, I wasn't paying any attention. And now, on with the show.
Sound of the cuckoo, you know that it is time for the Clockwork Cabaret. Hooray!
Yeah.
I am Emmett Davenport.
And I'm Lady Attercop.
And
this is that thing we do.
It is that thing we do. I have no idea what to talk about. This past week has been weird. And I feel...
It's been a time.
I feel kind of like we're having deja vu all over again. Every day seems to feel like the same day over and over again, like a weird Groundhog Day. And
yeah.
And I don't know how to deal with it.
Time is very elastic right now. Like, you think you've got a hold on it, and then it kind of just stretches out away from you, and you're like, wait, it's Thursday?
Yeah.
And, nothing is kind of really solidified in the way that we understand. Up until this point, we have understood time to be.
Wait, is this quantum? Are we experiencing quantum? Is that what this is?
I have no idea.
Are we a quantum entanglement?
Do you think I took any kind of math or
physics
science classes beyond biology? Because I did not.
Oh, I didn't either.
I took marine biology as my advanced biology class. There is no quantum physics happening.
I just read a lot of science fiction, that's all.
Yeah, not even. I read a lot of fantasy. If we're going to talk reality bending, we're going to need some kind of special ring, a medallion.
A mirror.
Maybe some kind of MacGuffin.
Yeah, okay. A mirror.
A mirror would work. It has to have some kind of mythological resonance.
Ah.
That would be nice because that always helps. Swords,
a crown,
mirrors, lockets,
a chair.
Always good.
I mean, a throne, not just a normal chair. Maybe just a normal chair. How about a rocking chair?
Just a normal chair. Rocking chair could work because rocking chairs like past and present and passed
back
on
and
forth.
Oh, there you go. It's a quantum rocking chair.
Core.
It's a quantum rocking chair.
It's a quantum rocking chair. Your granny has gone back in time and fucked with the time stream.
It's true.
And it's up to you.
She does it every time
to set it right.
Every time she's knitting a damn shawl, just rocking back and forth. Betsy Ross, man.
She broke the time stream with her knitting.
She had a true hate on for Betsy Ross and that stupid flag.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to think of somebody else who's famous for sewing something. And
You're introducing a whole subplot. Your grandma hates Betty Ross, and she's knitted a time machine to go back and kill her. It's up to you to save America.
Well, because in the Schoolhouse Rock, they show Betsy Ross making the flag in a rocking chair. So it's like she's a rival granny.
You're
rival time travel granny. I don't know. I've had a beer and a drink. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Oh, I just did a sharp left turn. Like, why does your grandma hate Betsy Ross, Emmett?
I don't know. It's just true. The evil twin.
I mean, my great grandmother was a horrible person who beat her children with a cat of nine tails. True story. But she didn't hate Betsy Ross.
Well,
although my great-grandmother did try to claim she was related to Betsy Ross.
Really?
This is a true story. This is a true Attercop fact.
So
If you, on my mother's side, if you follow the Attercop line back far enough, there is a Scottish clan by the name of Robb, Robb. They
yeah.
changed it to that from something unpronounceable in Gaelic. Uh, but my great grandmother used to claim to her children that it wasn't Betsy Ross, it was Betsy Robb, and she was a relative.
Oh,
Because
maybe
my
that's
family are liars.
why my granny hated her.
That's why,
It
to this
wasn't.
day.
It wasn't.
But that was also the great grandmother who had a cat of nine tails and would beat the children with it.
Yes, it
That was
wasn't
also a
Betsy
true
Ross
story.
that my granny had a problem with. It was your grandmother.
It was my grandmother.
Or great
She
grandmother.
had a beef with Betsy Ross. There can be only one. Bringing back the bad Scottish accents.
Yes, yeah. No, that's no. I don't know where I was going with all of that. I've been awake since 4:30 in the morning,
That's
so
early.
it's been a long. I do this every day now. I don't know why. No, I know why, because I go to the cafe and I bake things, but I don't know why I decided that that was something I needed to do. It's my own fault.
So look at me. I don't have an answer for you.
I am
I wake up at 6 in the morning and I question my life choices. 4:30 is far too early.
I've hoisted myself on my own petard. It's all right. It's a thing. It's a thing that has happened. I I used to work for a bakery many, many moons ago when I was a wee young one. And
We buying?
yes, and I swore when I stopped doing it that I was never going to do it again.
Yeah,
But here we are,
here you are.
doing it again.
I have lived the 4:30 to 2 o'clock life. And it is a strange life.
It's not it's a weird. I mean, on the one hand, I kind of like being out and about in the world where no one else is. Like it
Mm.
feels kind of like I'm experiencing a secret, like a
Yeah.
secret world. The streets of Pittsburgh are very quiet at 5
The rough
a.m.
and tumble streets of
Yes,
Pittsburgh.
like it's very walking to the cafe. I feel very much like, oh, something interesting could happen at any moment.
Yeah,
Where,
no,
but
there is a special kind of that is very like, well, I mean, we have both experienced it on the opposite end, having worked like parties
yes, and
and
then being
events
up
and
at
things
3
when you
3
go
a.m.
home at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Um, living that kind of twilight life. And if you've ever been a younger person who has gone to an event and then hit up a Denny's afterwards where your makeup is melting off.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's a
There
beautiful.
is no better Denny's experience than the like 5 a.m. Denny's experience where
Yeah.
you're rolling in after a long night out and people are waking up to start their day, and
Yes.
that clash of cultures is always fun.
Yes.
Um,
No, it's true.
but no, actually, this is a real thing. When I was younger, my dad experienced some unexpected medical debt, and he started delivering papers for the Miami Herald. Hey, shout
Yeah.
out to South Florida. uh, so he was the newspaper delivery person 7 days a week for a little bit, and because he was working delivering newspapers at
Ungodly
stupid
times.
o'clock
Yeah,
in
a
the
stupid
morning,
clock. Yeah.
and then would go to work and work like a full 8 hours on top of that. As kids, we never saw him, so we on the weekends we would wake up ass early so that we could help him deliver papers because we wanted to spend time with him. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm not having allergies. It is a weird kind of twilight.
Yeah, yeah. No.
And the people that are up at that point have a certain kind of camaraderie that daytime people don't. The
Right.
third shifters of the world.
Yeah.
So
Well,
to speak.
it's the same kind of thing of how like if you work in food service, if you work in a restaurant, um most of the time if you work in a kitchen or a restaurant doing things, the other people that you hang around also work
Yeah,
in restaurants and food service of some sort because those are the only other people who work the same weird hours that you do.
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
this and
absolutely. But it's like, oh,
it's the same kind of thing. I have worked in a kitchen before. I have done all of this. Uh, it's just, it's one thing where I swore when I stopped doing it 20 years ago that I wasn't going to do it again. But, you know,
here
the
you are.
the corona times changes a lot of things.
The
We've had to make a
ballad of
lot
the
of
third shifters.
Yes, we've had to make a lot of exceptions and changes for survival in this
Mhm.
weird and I would like to say heady time, but it's not really heady. It's more like
Yeah,
stupid. It's
heavy
more like
involves like some
stupid,
kind of level of
stupid and annoying.
celebration.
Yeah, no, heady seems too pleasant.
Hmm.
Stupid and annoying in this stupid and annoying time.
The stupid and annoying times.
Yes, that's where we live right
Uh-oh.
now. Uh-oh, I hear a cat. I hear a cat
It's
squeak.
stupid and annoying.
Oh, and with that, I will press a button.
Are you tired that your extraordinary contraptions fly apart when you apply the power? Do you get frustrated with the big ship that keeps dropping parts, making you wonder why you built it? Are your best made cogs dead because you haven't tightened them down enough? Well, you need spanners, my friend. Darn good ones, too. Come on down to Walsenberg's Hardware Shop at Abernathy Square for all the finest tools and fasteners. There, good as new.
Thank you.
Remember, folks, Walsenberg's Hardware on the northeast corner of Abernathy Square. Tell them Cosgrove sent you.
What you want to talk about now?
There's no coming back from that sad story.
Yeah, sure. Let's mix it up a little bit. Have you watched any interesting movies? Read any
I have.
interesting
Oh,
books?
I have actually. I just finished Enola Holmes.
Oh,
Like, 5 months behind everyone else.
Eh,
But
it's
it's
all
been
right.
taking me a while to get through all of my recommended pandemic viewing.
Well, you got stuff going on. You got school and you got work and stuff. Yeah,
Still working, still going to school, still trying not to die.
and
The norm.
anxiety and all sorts of other things.
How we're all doing lately.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Ah. Yes, but I saw Enola Holmes. I did very much enjoy it. Henry Cavill was very beefy in it. He did not look like he was about to burst out of his clothing at all times, but he did look way too buff
To be
for the time period.
well, and to be Sherlock Holmes, I felt like. 'Cause-
Yeah, he was a little beefy for
'cause isn't-
Sherlock Holmes. It was
'cause-
like, are you just eating pure meat?
Because, I mean, now it's been a while since I've read Sherlock Holmes, don't get me wrong, but I vaguely remember him being described as wiry.
Yeah. Also, they didn't have access to human growth hormone
Yeah.
in the 1800s. So
Oh, I don't think Henry Cavill has that problem. I think that's just
you're
him.
right. That's unfair.
I think that's just him.
That is unfair, but it is definitely modern,
Yeah.
like muscle building.
Also, the way shirts were made at the time, there would be no way he could have done a lot of
No.
the movements because they stitched the sleeve, like the shirt's sleeves.
There
were-
was definitely some stretchy material
Yes, there was-
in those shirts.
And this is the takeaway from watching Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes, good, great, fun, good for girls. I would have absolutely loved it as like a 12-year-old.
Oh yeah,
it-
definitely.
Yeah, and it was very entertaining as an adult. Some people complained that it was too long. It did drag a little bit in the middle, but I didn't feel like it was overly long. Good, solid movie. great for kids, especially girls who like mysteries, or boys who like mysteries. Show it to them. I always enjoy a good Helena Bonham Carter,
Being
you know,
weird.
period piece.
Yeah.
Sherlock is Swole. That's weird. Mycroft is like, I didn't like the Mycroft.
I didn't think he was stuffy enough, if that makes any sense.
Stuffy enough, but they presented him as kind of stupid.
Yeah, no, and he's
It's
supposed
like Enola and Sherlock were the geniuses, and Mycroft was kind of the dumb kid.
right, whereas Mycroft is supposed to be smarter than
Right, he's the
Then
smart brother.
he's-
He's just the uninvolved brother. Like,
Yeah.
so I wasn't crazy about the Mycroft. Also, like, then it makes the character that is the voice of tradition
yeah,
very dumb,
yeah.
which, you know, I wasn't sure about that plot point, but hey, it's a movie. It is a movie not intended for 40-year-old women.
Yeah, no,
It's a movie intended for, you know, non 40-year-old
yeah,
women,
for
younger
teenagers,
people.
for 12-year-olds to
Yeah,
watch.
who are like super invested in Sherlock lore.
Also,
So,
who aren't jaded.
aren't jaded yet. It was good. And what's her what is her name? Millie Brown.
Millie Brown,
Yeah.
Millie Lee Brown.
Yeah, she was very good.
Yeah,
She
no,
did
I
a
liked
really
her.
good job. She was charming. She was fun. She actually looked like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Probably because she is a 16-year-old. You know, so
Well, no, and I like her in Stranger Things. So
yes.
yeah, so I was excited.
She was very good in it. She was very enjoyable. It was a fun time. Which leads me to my question.
What? Oh, there's a question.
I have a question for you. I know, and I know this is going to be a hard one for you because you are the person that likes Sherlock Holmes. Who is your favorite Sherlock Holmes?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a hard one because I have been watching Sherlock Holmes movies since I was a wee child. The first time I read Sherlock Holmes, I was 9. I know this because it was the Calvert School Adventures of Sherlock Holmes book for being homeschooled that I read.
Oh my god, that's like an extra sad edition. Did it come with tissues?
It might as well have.
It's like, here, to mop up your lonely homeschooling tears.
Yes. Well, so it was a red book. That particular set, it came with that book and King Arthur. So I had 2 very specific.
That explains a lot about your personality.
Does it? Because I feel like it does. That pretty much sums up my childhood right there. But no. So like Basil Rathbone, Jeremy Brent. Like I could just list off every single person that has ever played Sherlock Holmes, and I could probably find something decent to say about them. This is so hard.
Basil Rathbone is my okay. Aside from the Mouse and the Great Mouse Detective, who is based on Basil Rathbone.
Yeah.
Basil Rathbone is my favorite. Second favorite, Peter Cushing.
See, I'm gonna have to go with Jeremy Brett as my favorite Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, he is a good one.
Because to me, he is to me, he's like the quintessential. And having gone back and rewatched some of the Jeremy Brett ones, I didn't realize how funny they were. Because I watched them as a child and I thought they were very serious, very, very serious. And you don't realize how campy and ridiculous they are until you rewatch them as an adult years later. And they're pretty silly. They're pretty silly. They're so good. But I would say that he is definitely, yeah. And it may just be because that's the one that I grew up watching. But yeah, no, Jeremy Brett would have to be my absolute favorite Sherlock Holmes. Um,
That's fair. He's a very good. He's my number 2.
I don't even know if, yeah, I can't even, I mean, like, I even like Johnny Lee Miller as Sherlock Holmes in
All right,
Elementary.
so controversial take time.
But I didn't like the series, like, I had problems with it. But I basically would watch that show with the idea that he wasn't actually Sherlock Holmes. He just thought he was.
Well, yeah, I think we've had that
Yeah.
discussion. It would have been better if he thought he was a junkie, thought he was Sherlock
Yes.
Holmes.
I was
Yeah.
thinking. I like to go the route that it was more like the 7% solution version, where he's just crazy. He's just crazy. He thinks he is, and he's from a wealthy family, so they're just leaning into it and encouraging him. Like, they're just like, yeah, he's not hurting anybody, and he does solve crimes, so let's just go with that. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, the first few seasons of Elementary, I did not like.
Oh no, I don't blame you. They're terrible.
Their depiction of Sherlock.
Yeah.
But as Elementary progressed, and then as the BBC, Benedict Cumberbatch. I was trying
Went
to come
away.
up with a good, funny
Yeah.
name for him. I couldn't on the spot.
Bandersnatch Cumberbund?
Bandersnatch Cumberbund. Apparently, I have to be drunk.
Yes.
Come up with a good Benedict Cumberbatch dumb name. As the BBC version of Sherlock progressed, I liked that less, and as Elementary progressed, I liked that more.
Yeah.
Like, that's my controversial take. Like, first 2 seasons of Elementary Sherlock, I'm all in. Anything after that, it starts to lose me.
Yeah.
Elementary, first 2 seasons, I'm like, eh. As it progressed, I'm more on board.
Well, it's also that they came out around the same time, so that may
around the same
also.
time.
So it may be that Elementary was trying to not be like Sherlock, and so they had to try. I don't know. That might be.
It took them some time to find their own.
Yeah,
kind of
but I mean, honestly, if you want the best adaptation of Sherlock Holmes in anything is, in my mind, just Batman. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, you know my favorite adaptation of Sherlock Holmes?
What?
The Great Mouse Detective.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is brilliant.
Friggin' love that movie.
It is brilliant.
First of all, Vincent Price is the bad guy?
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, you can make the argument that Batman is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, Batman is Sherlock. He's
Yes.
supposed to be Sherlock
Yeah,
Holmes.
he's the greatest detective. You got Robin, who's your Watson. You got
Yeah.
Catwoman is your Irene Adler. You got Joker as Moriarty.
Yeah, you know where Sherlock really lost me was with the Irene Adler episode.
Oh, see, I liked that. What it lost me was the horrible thing of with Mary.
Yeah,
Where they made her
Irene Adler in the series wasn't in love with Sherlock.
No,
she was in love with her husband.
Yeah.
And she still bested him. And so, like, the whole he had to save her at the end, she was in love with him aspect of like, I liked the character up until those plot points.
Yes.
And then they fridged Mary, and then I was like, oh,
yeah, no, that was where when I started kind of going, no.
And then it lost me when they fridged Mary, because they made her, like, fun and
they made her awesome.
Like, yeah, she was kind of a Chekhov's gun, but she was a fun Chekhov's gun.
Yes. It's not often you see.
When does the girl get to be the super cool spy assassin? Never. I was on board for it.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, it's true. Another interpretation that I really like, though, and this is going to be an odd one, but I really liked Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
Oh, the first couple of seasons, yeah.
But Vincent D'Onofrio is very much a Sherlock. And he's very much a Sherlock Holmes type figure. He's a little bit he's a little bit out there. His methods are weird.
Right.
You know, he's
He's
got
got the
the
down to earth
he's
partner to
yes,
to
that's
kind of
the
like
Dr. Watson. No, the funny thing about Sherlock Holmes is that it is the basis for a whole lot of the buddy uh procedural mystery shows. Like people they have used that formula forever. And when you realize that that's the formula that they use for a lot of these shows, it just keeps feeling like, oh wait, I feel like I've seen this already, and again, and some more.
Do you want to know my favorite detective uh, trope? I
Columbo,
suppose.
is it Columbo?
No,
Oh,
no, but it's related to Columbo. Interestingly enough,
oh,
it is Miss Marple.
oh, okay,
It is yeah, the and Columbo isn't exactly a Miss. It's not a one-to-one Miss
yeah,
Marple, but it's very similar in that it's the detective that appears to be like non-threatening, kind of bumbling on the
yeah,
surface. Nobody takes them seriously, but they're putting all the pieces together.
yeah. No, that's why I liked Columbo too. I mean,
I love Columbo.
yeah, like I can honestly say the reason why I will watch some stupid mystery things is because of my love of Sherlock Holmes, and then I like to see how it's handled differently. And Columbo is one of those series where, you know, watching them now with a modern eye, they're very dated.
Yeah.
It was the 70s. They're very
They're,
dated.
they're not great.
They're not great.
There's some not great elements to them,
But
but I still I love Columbo.
yes, I love the fact that everyone, his all right, okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
and
Hold
he's
on.
like
Let me
looking
see.
for,
Hold on.
he's looking for his pen, he's looking for his pad of paper, he can't find things. His whole like shtick of
Yeah.
being slightly inept and everyone looking around him going, "Oh God, we're
I was
never."
like scratching his head. It's like,
Yes.
one more thing I can't figure out.
Yeah,
Hold
and
on.
and then the next thing
I gotta ask you a question about a thing I can't figure out.
right, and then next thing you know, he then pieces it all together in this beautiful framework,
He solved the case.
and he solved all of it. Actually, the new version of Perry Mason
Oh.
actually that just came out on HBO or something like that, I think. It actually had some very Columbo moments because it's supposed to be kind of a precursor to him being the a lawyer, and where
Mm.
like in the books Perry Mason starts off as kind of a detective. He's a lawyer, but
Right.
he's actually being more of an investigator at the time. And
Oh, I have seen that come up in my feed. I haven't watched it
yeah,
because
and
I've been a little.
it's set in the 1930s. There's, a crazy church that's that's a very much a cult kind
You
of.
know I love a crazy
Yeah,
church
yeah,
cult
and it's
story.
Tatiana Maslany from Orphan Black plays the woman who's like the head of the church.
Oh, I
And
definitely have to
she's
watch
based
that.
on an actual real person from the 1930s. I think her name was Sister Agnes or something. Where in California at the time there was this whole like gospel church thing where they would do the laying on hands and
Yeah.
she'd have visions and things like that, and
Oh.
on a real thing that was going on. And yeah, and then there's a crime and he solves it, but he kind of comes off as being not a great detective,
Goes
sort
outside
of.
the lines. He solves it his own way.
Yeah, and it's
I
it
will
was
have to
actually
check
pretty
that
good.
out.
I liked it. I actually liked it. It was a little.
And if you're a mystery fan, as always, we always recommend Miss Fisher's Murder
Oh my
Mysteries.
God, yes, Miss Fisher.
Just for the costumes.
You
And
want to?
also, or not costumes, but wardrobe. And
Yeah.
also the woman who wrote it was like, what if James Bond was a lady
Yeah.
in Australia? I'm just
Yeah.
gonna write that story, and it is so good.
It is good. It's very entertaining. I have not actually read the books because I don't want
You know,
to.
I have not either. And in
I
fact,
don't.
maybe that'll be my new quarantine project.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to because I kind of have this like I love Essie Davis
Oh, Essie Davis is so perfect
As
as the
Phryne
main
Fisher that I
character. She's so good.
just can't do it. I just can't imagine somebody else. I can't read it
Mm-mm.
and be like, oh, this is not how she's described. I can't do it
I know,
anymore.
it's not Essie Davis.
It's not a tiny wee woman who's going to be cranky at you.
She's not gonna pull out a tiny gold gun.
Yes.
Oh, they're so good. I love
I
this so
assume
much.
that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, what other mystery movie? What other murder mysteries are good?
I really have it's a tarot. I mean, like it's a very much like beach reading, like you're on vacation kind of reading. But I really love the Amelia Peabody mysteries,
Those are
like
very good. I
because
also
it's
Murder in Paradise is very good if you
Death
wanted
in
something to
Paradise.
watch.
Oh, Death in Paradise. Yeah, that's
Death
also
in
a good.
Paradise. Very pretty people on that.
Yes, yeah, and it it gives me the impression that it was an excuse for British people to go on vacation in the islands.
Yes, it very much feels like.
We're gonna go film this series set in the Caribbean somewhere.
And if you're a fan, if you want that, but in a different locale, Hamish Macbeth is very much similar.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
It's like Hamish is a retired police detective, I think, from Scotland Yard. He's Scottish. He retires into the Scotland Highlands, and he like the whole kind of conceit is that he's this really great detective solving mysteries in this very small Scottish hamlet, all the while trying to keep the larger powers that be from understanding that there's crime happening in this small Scottish hamlet because he just wants to live there and like go hiking and fishing and hang out in his like tiny
Right.
Scottish hometown and not he's solving mysteries on the down low.
Oh, so he's like, shh, don't tell anyone.
Yeah, like no, there's no murder happening here, sir. It's absolutely not. Just kicking a corpse into the loch. Like no, just small town problems. We had a fight about the Cluedy dumpling, and it's fine now. But it's what's his face, Carlisle. It's very every Scottish actor you've ever seen in any movie ever is in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's definitely.
And it's again, it's kind of like Death in Paradise. It's beautiful cinematography. Like the location is half the premise, but it's in the Highlands instead of on a desert.
Oh yeah,
an exotic desert.
Oh, as a modern mystery film that I liked. That I mean, I watched it a couple months ago. But Knives Out.
Knives Out is so good. I was wondering if that's what you were gonna say. I was like, oh, Knives Out was so good.
Yes, yeah, no, that's
so good, y'all.
Yes, Ryan Johnson directed it, and has an all-star cast, and it's murder mystery, and it was one of the few. It's one of the few mystery movies where did not figure. I suspected that it was going that. I suspected, but then I kept going back and forth and going, oh no, that's not what's going to be the twist. Oh, wait, no, maybe. And then when the twist actually happened, I had gone back and forth so many times that I was shocked and surprised by the twist.
It's very good. It's very good. Very Clue.
Yes, yeah.
In that it like not as slapsticky as Clue, but in that there's some comedy in your murder mystery, and very good. Very. If you have not seen it yet, definitely watch it. Try not to be distracted by how attractive Chris Evans is with his long eyelashes. Like,
Also, he's
at one point, I'm watching the movie, I'm like, his eyelashes are distractingly long.
well, also it's one of those things of like he's supposed to not be that great a character, and it's really
No,
hard.
he's supposed to be a layabout
Yeah,
British.
and you're kind of like,
jerk.
what? What does he say? Wasn't paying any attention to the words coming out of his mouth. I need to rewind.
I was distracted by how pretty his eyelashes are.
It's like Cillian Murphy
Oh yeah, and
in
yeah,
anything.
it's very much a Cillian Murphy, where every
Like
every
every
person is like, "Can
cinematographer
you
is
go
just like,
stand in that light over there,
we're gonna
Cillian?
get real
Because
close to your
I
eyes.
just want the sunlight to pierce your beautiful eyes for a moment." And Cillian's like, "You know that really hurts when you do that, right? It's painful when I go and stand in that. All right, I'm gonna stand in the light, fine. Is this related to the plot at all?" And
No.
they're like, no, we just want to watch your pretty eyes in sunlight. Fine. In the Batman movie, it's like a light right in his eyes as he's the scarecrow.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
necessary to the character at all because the light is hurting
it's
in
supposed
the
I'm
eyes. And they're like,
supposed
no, we have to shine the light directly into your piercing blue eyes.
Killian, yes, I realize you're supposed to be the villain, but you can be a pretty villain. Just
But your lips are beautiful and your eyes are so pretty, so we need to shine this very bright light right into your pale blue eyes.
feel like this show has just gone into we're just gonna thirst about people
we're
we
just
find
gonna
attractive.
thirst at you for a while, even though you're the bad guy. And he's like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's my whole career. It's fine. Hold on. Gonna rub my eyes, put some Visine in there, and just stare into the light. That's how I imagine every conversation with Cillian Murphy going in my head. But also Chris Evans, like, be more distractingly attractive.
I mean, he
And he's
probably
like,
could. Could he? I think he
I don't
could.
know what you mean. He's like, perfect.
Yes.
We're gonna
Look slightly
zoom
confused.
in,
It's great.
have a long, lingering crane shot on your face.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people out there that I. Oh, actually, if we're gonna talk about people we lust after, briefly, you should watch. I just watched Crazy Rich Asians,
Oh,
and let me just tell you, there's a lot of pretty people in that movie.
that whole cast. What's
Everyone in it is beautiful. Even the people that are supposed to be the not pretty people, they're all beautiful.
I love that in a movie where the movie's like, this person is ugly. And you're looking and I'm like, oh, they look better than me.
Yes, like
on every day.
Yeah, like if I could look half as ugly as they look, I'd be beautiful. Like no, I think I'm good. I think they're fine. They're fine.
They're fine. In real life, they're fine.
Yes.
It's only in Hollywood that's
Yes.
unattractive. Oh, they have glasses on, huh? Well, they must be a hideous monster.
And then they take those glasses off, and it's Chris Evans.
Shake their hair.
Like what? No, but it was a entertaining romantic comedy, and every single person in it was beautiful, and I enjoyed it.
Very good.
I love Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
I will watch her in anything.
To be fair, yes, absolutely.
And I mean, she's got to be like in her 70s at this point, 60s, 70s. I don't know. She could be a million years old. I have no idea. She is gorgeous still. And
she's like Chris Evans. How old is he? We don't know.
I don't know.
Pretty. That's how old. Well, going back to Sherlock.
Yes. What about Sherlock?
Well, everybody in that, pretty. How old are they? I don't know. Pretty. That's how old?
Sherlock,
no, not Sherlock. Elementary.
Oh, Elementary. Oh, Johnny Lee Miller, Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu's in that.
Yes. Oh God, I love her.
Definitely a. How old is she? I don't know. Pretty.
Yeah.
She's just pretty. In that?
She's true. It's true. She does wear suits. I appreciate a Lucy Liu in a suit.
I appreciate a Lucy Liu in a suit too. And then the guy that plays Sherlock is shirtless half the time. This is the kind of, like, that's what I want to see in my television. Pretty ladies in suits? Yes. Hot guys shirtless constantly? Yes.
Yeah,
What
that's
more?
all.
A murder
good.
mystery? What more do I need? Well, actually, I'll tell you what more do I need. A little old lady to come in and solve it. And then it would be perfect. Can we get Murder, She Wrote? Can we do a Murder, She Wrote elementary crossover?
Sure.
Then it would be
I
the
bet they
perfect
could do
show.
that.
I will settle for the Golden Girls if the Golden Girls suddenly learn how to solve mysteries.
Maybe. How about we make a Golden Girls series, but it's a mystery?
What if the Golden Girls solved crimes? Though?
Yes. Yeah. What if it was the Golden Girls, but they solved crimes instead
They
of
solve crimes. Golden Girls, but they solve crimes, and then they have their grandchildren come in to help occasionally, and they're all hot.
yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hold on. PM. We've trademarked this. Hollywood, call us. This is $1 million idea. I don't know why you're laughing. This is a good idea.
No,
it's like Miss Marple plus the Golden Girls plus Elementary.
I just was thinking that I would watch that.
I would watch that. There's some murder mystery in there for some intrigue. You can get the grandchildren and the great grandchildren in for like the sexiness aspect.
Yeah, have a nice ensemble cast of like of the old lady of all of the Golden Girls. You know.
Just all yes, I'm on board for this.
All right. Cool.
Hollywood,
We'll pitch.
call us.
We'll
We're ready
pitch
to
this.
write a script up right now.
We'll pitch this show tomorrow to the. I don't know who.
You know how to do that.
I have no idea how to do that. I'm still waiting for Marvel to call us about our X-Men pitch.
I still maintain our X-Men pitch was very good.
If only someone from Marvel would listen to this show.
Only someone from Marvel would listen. And if only we had any ability to write comics. If those two
to
things
write
happened,
anything, to finish anything that we've written, that would be the... I have lots of things written that are not ever going to be finished.
You have even amounts of follow through.
Yeah, like I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm lucky I can finish them
very early in your baking. I'm going to school and work.
People should be lucky that I can finish baking muffins. I mean, honestly.
Exactly right. Someone just needs to hire us to pitch ideas.
I can pitch, yeah.
And then they do all the hard work.
You have to come in while I'm working on muffins, while I'm doing the baking, and then I will pitch the idea, and then you will give me some money, and then I will go finish baking.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is how this works.
I don't see a downside to this problem. Like, we are clearly gold mines of good ideas.
Oh no, I've got a creative.
Scottish vampires. That's clearly a very good idea.
Oh, actually, someone mentioned that. Speaking of Scottish vampires, that Only Lovers Left Alive has Tilda Swinton, a Scottish vampire.
Scottish?
Well, Tilda Swinton herself is Scottish. I don't think the character she was playing was a Scottish vampire. But
technically a Scottish vampire.
But Tilda Swinton is Scottish.
All right, I'll accept it.
I mean,
but she doesn't. No, you know what? I've changed my mind.
Why?
I don't accept it. She doesn't have the accent.
Oh, it's not
the accent.
I mean, but she is. I mean, Tilda Swinton herself is Scottish. Yeah. The character isn't.
But until she does a Scottish accent on screen.
Oh, she's in that zombie movie I was telling you about earlier.
Is she being Scottish in it?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
And swinging a sword around.
Because I'm just saying, like, you know, it's all good. It is the David Tennant dilemma. It's all good and fine to be Scottish, you know, to claim to be Scottish, but until you do the accent, are you Scottish? until someone asks you to repeat yourself because they didn't understand what you said. Are you truly Scottish? Will voice recognition software understand what you were trying to tell it? If you're going, okay, Google, and Google doesn't understand what you're saying, then you're Scottish.
I feel like this is a very, very specific group of
Weird
people.
line I'm taking as an American. I don't know.
It's like,
You gave me a shorty block, and I'm feeling very cocky now.
I'm
Way cockier than any
I'm
American.
sorry. I
should
feel like I should take it back.
You should not. It's mine now. I'm gonna bake a giant shortbread in it.
Good, because I want to eat it.
Also,
I mean,
this
that
is
was
only going to be of interest to like 2 listeners
yes.
that are of Scottish descent that also bake shortbread. The recipe that came with this particular shorty block, that is ceramic, which is new to me because my ancient family shorty block, which was that's not that impressive, was wooden, called for vanilla
Oh,
in the cookie batter.
that's
I don't
too
know how I
fancy.
feel about that.
That's putting on airs.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like
like
that may be
putting
making shorty a little
that's
too
like
fancy.
putting Worcestershire
And
sauce in your brighties. Like, don't do that.
like Brighties with its 3 ingredients.
Yes, don't put Worcestershire sauce in your brighties. What are you doing?
I put Worcestershire sauce in my Brighties because I'm a damn dirty American.
Yeah.
I also put ketchup on them.
Ooh,
What's up, Scots? Fight me.
that's just it's wrong, but it sounds delicious.
Delicious. I know it's wrong, and I know that is like the dirtiest, yankiest part of my soul. But hey, other Scottish people, no one else is in. Put ketchup on your Brighties. It's fucking delicious. Everyone else, don't listen to that part. Yeah, no, it calls for vanilla, which I just think is too much flavor for a Scottish
That's
recipe.
just seems weird. I like the butter.
Yeah,
I just want the
it's
butter
a butter
taste.
heavy recipe. It also calls for icing sugar.
What?
Instead of like granulated sugar, which might make the cookies less grainy. Which I'm thinking about going, oh yeah, that would like
But
cut
the
down on
graininess
the
is what gives you
sandy
character.
quality of the shortbread I make.
It puts hair on your chest. The graininess. I don't know.
We'll experiment. We'll see how it goes.
I don't know. I'm willing to
Stay
experiment.
tuned.
I'm
Stay
willing
tuned
to
for my shorty
as a
experimentation.
person who has eaten the shorty that you have made and has now ruined me for all store-bought shorty, I will have to say that I will gladly die on the hill that is the experimenting of shorty for you.
Yeah. That is actually honestly one of my favorite things about me is that I ruin people on store-bought shortbread.
Oh god, all other store-bought shortbread is disgusting now.
I know.
I can't I used to eat them. I used
I
to eat them a lot because the Scottish part of my brain apparently was like, "Oh yes, this is the food of your people. Eat these things." And I would do that, and now it's like, "Ugh, this is awful. Why? Why would anyone eat these?" Like,
I know. I'm not even lying. Like, I'm grinning wildly.
I know
The
you are.
listeners can't see me, but I am grinning wildly because there is nothing I love more than ruining people on store-bought shorty.
I mean, to be fair, I feel that way about a lot of things.
It's a cookie for those of you who don't know.
Shortbread.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's my favorite thing in the world. Is introducing you to homemade shortbread cookies and just ruining store-bought shortbread for you forever.
Yeah.
Making you kind of I don't know, like dependent on me.
Yes.
And my shorty recipe.
I'm a little bit of an addict.
Oh,
I look forward to the cooler months just because I know that means there's a higher likelihood that shortbread will be made.
Yeah, it's gotta be cold. I'm
Mm,
like a drug pusher.
You are.
I'm like, hey, baby, you want that good Hamish Macbeth shit?
yeah.
Up,
Yeah,
come
no,
over here.
it's true. It's terrible. In that now all I'm thinking about is shortbread. I would like some
I know.
shorty.
Well, listeners,
And on that note,
this has been our foray into shortbread and Sherlock Holmes.
yes.
Two topics that have never been linked before.
That we're aware of.
We're aware of. Now intrinsically are, but we've also given you a dearth of murder mystery.
Yeah, if you like that
watch.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
We didn't know where this show was gonna go. There you
Yeah.
go. This is what happens. So yeah, everybody. I'm not gonna shill. I feel like.
I was gonna shill.
Oh, were you? I just feel like.
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
shill because
Okay.
you know what? It's the apocalypse.
Well,
If
that
you
was why I
this
wasn't
and you
going
do this
to.
Clockwork Cabarets, we are eternally grateful. We really, really are actually, because y'all have been awesome and interactive and great through all of this. If you are in the position that you would like to help support this show, you can simply go to clockworkcabaret.com, agonyauntstudios.com, whatever.com you like, and you will see a plethora of ways that you can support the show. You can do it on Patreon, you can do it on Coffee, you can do it via PayPal. You can tweet at us. You can tell us your favorite Sherlock Holmes. We would honestly love to know because we like murder mysteries. And yeah. You can also follow us on our various social media sites. Emmett can usually be found at Emmett Davenport. I can usually be found at Lady Attercop. And if you have any, if you can't find us for whatever reason with a Google search, go to agonyauntstudios.com. We're there. And I think that's it. I think that's all the showing I have to do.
Okay. Everyone, we love you. Stay safe out there in this crazy, mad, mixed up, burning hellscape that is the world right now. Please stay safe.
And it's very hard right now. We know it is, and you are doing the right thing by staying put and staying safe. So keep on keeping on.
Yeah. And with that, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
And she is Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do.
It's love.
Like any red-blooded gentleman of leisure, you enjoy the civilized entertainment of watching animals fight. Why wouldn't you? However, until now, you were limited to the common chicken and the boring bear. Never fear, sports fans. The Creature Combat Arena will blow your mind with a dazzling array of unique fauna free-for-alls. Join us Monday for Crossed Zebras. Tuesday, Narwhal Face Fighting. Wednesday, New England Clam Pounder. Thursday, Boomslang, Boomerang, Bombardier, Boulder Dash. And Friday, the Sleepy Panda Slap Fight. The Creature Combat Arena. We are truly terrible people.